home in the lovely outskirts of Nashville. It's gorgeous out here. It always is gorgeous out here. Even in the wintertime, it's beautiful. So, anyway, that aside, I have not driven since last Monday, I guess. Christmas Day. I drove Christmas Day, as I detailed in another video. Actually, it was busier than I expected, strangely enough. So, yesterday, I spent the day at home with my family, and then that afternoon, I guess you could say, and thank you guys for joining. There's 6 people joining. So, yesterday evening, I spent eating some fresh venison that a friend had just, what's up, Striker X? Yep, I'm actually headed to drive now. There's a huge Titans game that's happening at 3:25 is the kickoff, I believe, here between Jacksonville and Tennessee. It's in Nashville, so that should be a draw, as well as all the stuff that's going on in New Year's Eve this evening in Nashville. But so yesterday, last night was spent eating fresh venison with a lot of other things provided by my lovely wife. Cooked it. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everybody. Not quite yet, of course, but I'm hoping it's a prosperous New Year for everybody. So that fresh venison was amazing. We ate backstrap mostly, which is like the ribeye of the deer, in case anyone doesn't know. We soaked it in brine. They dressed it the night before. I actually was out there when they were dressing it. We were dressing it. I didn't help really. My son helped some, though. We'll be safe, Striker. It's definitely going to be a crazy one out there. I'm hoping it will be. It's really freaking cold here, though. My dash temperature shows 23 degrees, but I think it's colder than that. There's actually wind chill advisories out here. I'm wondering if that's going to impact the festivities tonight. I'm not sure. I guess only time will tell. I didn't drive last night. I didn't drive Friday night. I didn't drive Thursday night. I just wasn't feeling it, and I just needed some family time, some time to recharge, and I figured I would need the energy for tonight. So that's what I did. So the main reason I made this video, though, I have not yet driven New Year's Eve, but I have read enough blogs, watched enough vlogs and videos from various people and local drivers who have kind of told me what to expect when you're driving on New Year's Eve. So I wanted to drop a couple of tips out there to you guys just to remind you if you're driving tonight. I love you too, buddy. That's my son there, who helped dress the deer that a friend of ours shot. 2 deer. And man, that backstrap was delicious. It's like steak. It was so well seasoned. It was well done. My wife cooked it, and she cooked it to perfection. So there was no gaminess to it at all whatsoever. It was a big fat doe that the friend of ours got, and then he got a smaller buck. But that fat doe, she was quite luscious, apparently. So anyway, sorry if that offends anybody out there that does not hunt or does not believe in hunting. I don't hunt much myself, just because I never had a chance to when I was a kid, so I never really got into it. But I can definitely appreciate it, especially the hunters that can, eat what they kill. If you're just killing just for trophies and just leave the meat to rot, then in my perspective, you're a jackass. But anyway, so anyway, back to what I was saying. Yes, it is the best part. Thank you, Wicked One. You're in Oklahoma City. You're in Uberman town, Uberman area. Anyway, so here's the tips that I'm going to share with you. First one, if you're surging in your city, more than likely you will get a request that when you arrive at the pen, the passenger will be like, oh, I'm actually over here at this area. And the reason they probably did that, see you, Striker. Appreciate you coming in to watch. I really appreciate it. But anyway, so if they put ride requests in, and they'll set their pin in a place where the surge is lower, and then want to be picked up in a place where the surge is higher. And if they do that, then to hell with them. Don't fight through the traffic. It's going to be horrible traffic most places. They're going to close down streets. It's going to be a mayhem out there, pandemonium. and everybody's going to be trying to find a ride. So don't do that. Just sit there at the pin, wait for your 5 minutes, and collect your cancellation fee, because they are trying to game the system, and you shouldn't have to take the consequences and take the monetary hit for that, because you're going to have to sit there or maneuver through traffic or wait for them forever for them to get there. And who knows, they might even cancel before then. Number 2, there will be a ton of people trying to offer cash rides, offer to pay you cash for a ride. It's a really bad idea. In Tennessee, it's illegal unless you have a chauffeur's license or a taxi license. Those are the only 2 circumstances under which you can take a cash payment for a ride. Don't fall for it. If you get pulled over, if you get in an accident, that's the worst one. If you get caught in an accident, guess what? If you took that cash fare, it's not on your app, and you had people in your car, you are screwed, because your insurance will drop you. Lyft and Uber's insurance will not cover you at all, and you're screwed. You could basically end up ending your entire Uber and Lyft career, and you could also actually put your own possessions and your own property at risk unless you have an LLC. So don't do it. Cash rides, don't do it unless you're a taxi driver or a chauffeur. Don't do it. It's not worth it. It's not worth whatever they're offering to pay you for cash, because it's just not worth it. Or, I mean, you could even get a ticket. It's against the law in Tennessee to do it, so I'm not sure what kind of a law it is, if it's a misdemeanor or a felony or whatever. It's probably a misdemeanor, but still, who wants that on your record? Because if you get that on your record, you're probably not going to be able to work for Lyft or Uber anymore, so there goes your income. Anyway, third, while you are driving somebody on a high surge ride, they're not going to want to pay that ride. Nobody wants to pay a super high surge rate on a ride, right? So I have heard of instances where people will be picked up in a really high surge area. You'll start driving, and then they'll cancel the ride in the middle of the ride. So watch your screen carefully, because people have been known to do this. If they cancel that ride, pull over to the safest area you can and tell them to get the hell out, because you're not going to drive them for free, and they can request another. You can either re-request you. You can drive back to the surge zone, is what I would do. Have them re-request you, or they can just get out and request somebody else. That's the way I see it, because they're trying to screw you over. They're basically, by canceling that, they might get I don't know if they would get a $5 cancellation fee or not if you've already started the trip. I doubt you would. So what they're trying to do is just totally screw you out of the fare and get a free ride home. Screw that. Don't do it. Actually, I should have mentioned this first, but this is a very, very important one. When you arrive to pick up your passengers, I have an amp, and I'm on the way to get my beacon right now. I have an Uber beacon and a Lyft amp, which change color. The passenger can pick the color on the Uber. I don't think on the Lyft, I think it automatically generates a color for them, but that should tell them which ride is theirs. But when you pull up, cover your screen, especially if you have a cell phone carrier like this on your dash. If you have one of those, sorry guys, I hate the Uber app. It gets so jealous when it's not the first app on the screen. Anyway, so if you don't cover your screen, or at least take it out of the holder while you're waiting for somebody, they can look on your screen. Yes, the hub has the new Uber beacons in Nashville. They sent me an email, and it's on my app, that they have the Uber beacons. I'm hoping they still have them today. They're open from 11 to 5 today, or 11 to 4 today, something like that. But if you have your phone off of your holder, they can't read the name on there. So you can do it. There's 2 strategies you can use. First, actually a couple, more than that. 3 strategies you can use. First, take your phone off or cover the screen so that they can't see who the driver's name is, or the passenger's name is. The second thing you can do is to ask them what their name is. The third thing, and probably the best strategy you can use, is to ask them who their driver is, what their driver's name is. May not be so well for me because my name is really common. It's actually Christopher in the app. Christopher's my legal name, but I prefer people call me Chris. So it doesn't say Chris on the app. So if you say anything other than your name, you're not their Uber or Lyft driver. Easy. But like I said, Yeah, I don't know when they're gonna have those beacons anymore, because they sent me the email on Thursday, I think, or Wednesday, and said they were opening extended hours to do it. So I don't know how many they'll have left, or if they have any left, but I'm actually headed that direction now. I've got my apps on because people may start hitting the tailgates if they're that crazy in this cold ass weather, or whatever. But if I get like a long trip request, I'm gonna take it, because it's probably gonna be going into Nashville. I'm going to gas up, going to wash the car because it's kind of nasty. My car was, with all that rain and everything, my car wash was closed, so I need to vacuum out real quick, freshen the car up a bit, and then I'm going to head straight to the green light hub and get my beacon if they have it. They should have it, because I think they reserve it for people or something. I don't know what it means. It's just the most dedicated drivers. I don't know if there's some kind of criteria, like you've been driving for 6 months or longer, or whatever. But anyway, so those are the tips. Oh, another tip to that on New Year's Eve, if you can, bags. I can't tell you how many times I have saved. And yeah, I know some people like getting cleaning fees. I don't like getting cleaning fees, because if I get a cleaning fee, that means I've got a bunch of crap to clean up, and it's nasty. I'm sorry. I mean, I have a pretty strong stomach. I have a kid and a bunch of animals, so I've cleaned up poop and urine and vomit on several occasions. I don't like it. I especially don't like cleaning up a stranger's vomit, because God knows what they have. So you need to have rubber gloves, some, latex gloves. You can pick some of those up. They have the Mr. Clean brand ones, and then you can go to Walgreens or Rite Aid or CVS or any of those health stores, basically, or pharmacies, and they usually have the nitrile kind if you're allergic to latex. And then they of course have the latex kind. But I would recommend getting gloves to keep yourself from being contaminated by whatever the hell these people might have. You never know. Better to be safe than sorry. And get gloves. And carry napkins. Every time I stop by a convenience store or a fast food place, I grab a bunch of napkins and put them in my glove box, because you never know. I've actually got Kleenexes too, because this time of year people's nose are running. They might need a Kleenex. I don't carry all the candy and the water and all that crap. I have a charger. I have gum. A lot of times I'm out of gum right now. And then I have vomit bags. I have gloves and cleaning supplies. And I also have napkins for if somebody does puke, God forbid, and they use the bag. Sometimes they'll need to wipe their mouth off. And the perfect thing to do, give them a napkin, they wipe their face off, throw it in the bag. And these bags that I have, they're called care bags. You can get them on Amazon. Oops. You can get them on Amazon, called care bags. It's a little warm because I stuff it behind my seat there. There's 20 of them in here, and I think it costs like $20. So I have Amazon Prime, so free shipping. But see, these are not like the ones that they have in the hospitals. They're decent sized, but they are drawstring. So what happens is, it's double drawstring. So when they puke, they can, it's pretty wide, big, hard to miss. So they puke into it, and it has a pad inside of it. This pad is absorbent. It's absorbent, and it's odor neutralizing. So the vomit is soaked up by this thing, and the odor is neutralized, and then they pull the drawstrings, like so. And I can't do it right now, but they pull the drawstrings basically, and it seals it off. And then they just go chuck it in the trash can. And there's been at least 5 occasions where that has saved me. I have only had one cleaning fee in my entire career with Uber and Lyft. I started driving January 30th of 2017, so I'm coming up on my 1 year. Over 2,800, almost 2,900 rides, and only one cleaning fee, if that tells you anything. So I think it also has to do with driving style. If you take turns really quick, if you suddenly stop and suddenly accelerate, a lot of things like that. Watch your driving. If you got somebody that is so intoxicated you're afraid they're going to puke, then don't drive crazy. Drive very gently. Who cares how long it takes you to get there? Go below the speed limit if you need to. If it's a bumpy road, try to avoid the bumps. Try to, if railroad crossings, try to gently go over it. Jarring motions. Keep your temperature cooler wherever they're sitting, because hot temperatures will make people more likely to puke. And look for the warning signs. If somebody suddenly starts going all glassy-eyed, or if they've been talking and they suddenly just stop talking, Stuff like that is a really big indicator that somebody's about to barf all over your back seat. So keep those tips in mind. Get some bags though, and I don't care, it doesn't have to be these bags. These are just the ones I liked because they were odor neutralizing and they absorb some of the vomit and all that stuff. A lot of people like those ones that have the ring and they expand, like you get at the ER. Basically, they're blue emesis bags. I work at a hospital, so I know that. I could go and get some myself if I wanted to, but I preferred these, and I get a tax write-off for them because, hey, it's a business expense. So that's pretty much all I have, guys. Whatever city you're driving in, be sure to check. They should have a page somewhere, either on your Department of Transportation or on your police website, or maybe even like your local news sites. It will tell you what streets are closed. I know, right? Exactly. Your bags are ready, faces pale, eyes glassy, rolling the windows down. Yeah, screw rolling the windows down. Lock your windows if you have really freaking drunk people, because they will puke all down the side of your freaking car. They will puke down in your window, and screw that, because that's super expensive. But check your road closures. Here in Nashville, you can look on the Tennessean website. You can look on the news site. I can't remember, for some reason I'm having a WSMV or something like that. Anyway, you can look on all the news channel 3, news channel 2, news channel 5, all these other stations will have all the road closings. Tons of places where you can find all the road closings. However, keep in mind that sometimes Metro changes those things. It seems like they change them on a whim at times. I've been driving along on an approved route, and then suddenly some officer will run out with a freaking road closed sign. I'm like, what the hell? But anyway, let's see. 2,000 rides have yet to be damned by vomit. Yep. Rolling windows down, hiccups. Hiccups. Absolutely. Hiccups are a big sign. I had a lady that was hiccuping. I was like, oh God, please no. I was like, yeah, I got bags back here in case you need them. So just mention those. I even make a joke out of it. If you have bags back there, if somebody says, oh yeah, I need to sit in the front because I'm motion sick, or stuff like that, if they give you any kind of a hint that they could yak all over your car, tell them you have the bags. Show them where the bags are. In fact, if you think that it's an imminent danger, hand them a bag. I only got 20 of them. I only have a finite amount of them. But definitely keep them handy and let them know they're there. Matter of fact, I've got some more that people took out just in case. Wow. Okay, I have more than I thought. People sometimes take these out just in case they're going to vomit, and then they put them back. But I've got a bunch of them. They're all hanging out of there. So I've got them just in the back of my, because most people, even if it's solo, they'll sit behind me. If it's a car full, there'll be somebody sitting right there, so they can just reach in front of them in the back pocket of the seat and grab it. So anyway, guys, road closures, look out for vomiters, look out for people canceling rides, look out for people putting their pin in a lower surge zone and then expecting you to drive to them. Do not do that. Look out for people trying to steal rides under somebody else's account, and look out for people trying to give cash rides. Those are the biggest ones I can get. Oh, and also, always drop off only where you can, only where it is legal to do so. You will get a ticket in a heartbeat. There will be cops on every corner. God, I hate the Uber app. Anyway, it said, do you want to stay online? You know, all that crap. It gets so jealous. It's so ridiculous. But, oh, hey, guys. Anyway, so here's a little bit of a gift for everybody who's watching right now. I just realized I had this. So inside my care bag from Amazon, there's a coupon code. If you put in CareBag5, CAREBAG 5, you get $5 on Amazon towards your next care bag purchase. And you know, the kicker is they also carry commode liners, and they also carry male urinal bags. That could be very helpful for rideshare drivers if you don't want to stop to pee. Just pull out a urinal bag, pee, and you're good to go. Anyway, I'm not an affiliate yet or anything with Amazon. I just wanted to share this with you guys. So, CareBag 5 on Amazon, available at Amazon. Says thank you for your order. Cleanest cares, $5 off. Can't beat that. I'm definitely going to be using this. CareBag 5. So, I'm sure it doesn't expire with each one. I'm sure they didn't make a separate one. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Watch out for critters. Yep. Coyotes, deer, skunks, possums, dogs, anything you can think of, especially out in the rural areas here. I have xenon extra bright headlights that people always flash at me when I have my regular headlights on, but the reason I have them is because of deer. Because I'm in Hickman County, which is it's a really, really big county, first of all, but second of all, it's actually one of the most highly populated deer populations in Tennessee. Hunters come from all over the place just to hunt in Hickman County because there's so many freaking deer. Matter of fact, on the way to go eat some deer last night, my friend's driveway, I saw a buck run up the road the driveway in front of me, big one, and then I saw 6 does just hanging out in the field. It's crazy. Yes, Bell Road heading to Murfreesboro is crazy with deer. 840 can be crazy with deer. Even I-40 can be crazy with deer. But when you get into the rural areas, the back roads, deer are everywhere. So be careful. The deer can really screw your whole night up. It can screw your car up bad. You think hitting a dog is bad? Try hitting a deer. Yeah, it's not. I've never, luckily, knock on wood, hit one. I've had one where I slowed down and it ran at me into the door after it was standing still. Like, they're dumb. They're not very smart. They're bovines. So anyway, so guys, anyway, that's it. I'm out. I'm going to gas up, clean the car up, get my beacon, and hit it hard. So you guys have a great night. If you're out driving, please be careful. Please be safe. Buckle up. Make your passengers buckle up. Like I said, follow those rules. Make sure you know who you're picking up. Either ask them what their driver's name is, or ask them what their name is. Don't say, "Hey, are you John?" Say, "Hey, what's your name?" And then ask them what their driver is. If they somehow, if it's a really common name, definitely ask them who the driver is. And like I said, people, yes, exactly. Be safe, have fun, make lots of money. If people cancel in the middle of the ride, pull over to the safest place. Either have them re-request you, which is probably not going to be in your best interest because it's probably going to be outside the surge zone, or just kick them out and tell them to re-request somebody else and cancel. Right into Uber and say, "Hey, these people canceled in the middle of the ride. Hopefully you'll get a cancellation bonus." Who knows? Cancellation fee, not bonus. Lots of bonuses going on for Lyft starting at 3 o'clock today. I've signed up for those. I'm hoping to do well. I'm hoping my acceptance rate gets up enough. That's why I'm trying to start a little early. Anyway, you guys, bottom line is be safe, know what you're doing, and have fun out there. I hope you guys have a great New Year's. Happy New Year's to everybody. I will have an update. It probably won't be a Money Monday. It may be a Money Monday disguised as a Tuesday. Who knows? Anyway, so you guys have a great night, and I'm out. And please like, comment, share, and subscribe.